Right before the coronavirus outbreak, I went to Italy in search of cheap properties. My thinking was, how could I go wrong when these things are selling for just $1? I opted against buying the properties for $1 and invested a little bit more in my purchase. How much more? Well, 17,000 times more. 17K got me 2 properties in livable condition, one that I paid 12,000 euros for, and the other just 5,000 euros. Do you want to know how I pulled that off? Well, I'm not telling you unless you're subscribed. If not, you're just going to have to figure it out the hard way. Just kidding. In today's video, I'm going to show you the first steps of my renovations process, starting with the inspiration for the final look and phase 1 of the job. If you want help doing the same, stay to the very end so that you can get instructions on how you can also get a piece of the dolce vita. On this channel, I cover my experience traveling to Italy to buy one of my dream properties and show you how you could do the same so that you can live your dreams. My name is Karl Pierre, and this is ENTP Life. Those of you who have been tuned in know that it's been a while since I started and provided an update on this project. The problem is that COVID version 2.0 has caused Italy to basically shut down again. I was hoping we'd be open by now, allowing me to travel to Italy to put on the finishing touches for the grand reveal. In this video, I'll be covering the larger property facing the cliff. But before I show you the current condition of the property, let's take it back to the beginning so I could show you what it looked like when I first bought it. Now you see, it wasn't in terrible shape. It was totally livable, but I felt that it needed some work. My idea was to freshen it up a bit and add a second bathroom to the second floor so that I could easily flex it into a 2-unit building. For inspiration, let's go to Pinterest so I can walk you through my process and show you where I'm getting ideas for the final product. Now that we're on my Pinterest page, these are all the projects and different ideas I have going on, so don't mind that. But here we have the property that's facing the cliff, right? So I have this folder already made out, and I always have it kind of from a before and inspiration standpoint, all right? So just looking at it, you know, as it was, here we have what the facade looked like. We have the bedroom and what that looked like, which was absolutely terrible. And then we have the inspiration. Okay, so this is kind of where I'm thinking of ideas, thinking of where should I go with this. So I just pull in as many pictures as I could find on Pinterest that kind of remind me of the property I'm dealing with and the spaces that I'm dealing with. So look, it's a small bathroom, right? So I was like, okay, I could go with this all white bathroom and this all white look, or I could go with these decorative tiles and white walls. So these are the things that I kind of draw from. And one of the things that I saw that was kind of interesting to me was this color scheme, where it's more like neutral colored floors or brownish floors and like a wider look. So I started thinking about maybe using that for the inspiration for the bathroom, right? So I really liked this look as well, but then I felt that this look would be a little, I don't know how to say it, but inconsistent with the style of the house, right? The house had more neutral colors. The floor has those terrazzo beige tones. And I was like, this is going to look completely inconsistent with the rest of the house if I go with this look, all right? So I opted not to do that. If we look at the other project that I was looking at, or my other board, let's go back. We'll see some other bathrooms that I pinned for inspiration, okay? I saw this one, and I felt, even though that this is obviously in the other property, I felt that this floor and this color combination was more consistent with what would look good in the house on the cliff, okay? So if we could just go back to the house on the cliff real quick, you'll see that the floors as they are mostly like this brown tone. This is actually, this space here is where I put the bathroom in the first place, right? So I cut out this little corner here. So if we're walking from this space that has these terrazzo floors into this bathroom, I felt that that tan look would go better. As far as the kitchen feel, remember I told you I want the kitchen to feel more like this, where the floors are more of a brown tone, cabinets are white, some wood tones, and that's more or less the inspiration that I'm going for. White countertops, white cabinets, wood tones. Okay, so if we look at what the current kitchen was like, let's see if I have a photo here of that. Well, this is the kitchen upstairs. So this kitchen itself, I'm going to be reglazing these tiles to kind of capture more of the white look. I'll be bringing in some stainless appliances to kind of match the look that I'm going for. But either way, I have to have a mood board to kind of put my ideas together. When you look at this facade here, I like this facade because it's stone. It reminds me a bit of the home that I have. It's a townhome with black accents. So that's one of the properties that I looked for inspiration. I have another property that I showed in a previous video that also lends to the inspiration of where I'm going. I also like these feature walls. I'm just not sure how I could bring this into the home. If I was going to have like a black feature wall or something along those lines, I thought about doing something like that, especially in the room where I'm taking down the vinyl. So that just gives you a sense of how I start to piece together the inspiration. Here's another property that kind of has the same, this black feature wall, and kind of bring in some texture to a flat wall, especially in an all white space. Also, it has these tanner floors, so it gives you an idea of what's possible. But for you to do a black wall, those walls really need to be smooth because black is going to show a lot.
Now let's see what's been done so far. So what do you guys think about the work that's been done so far? Let me know right in the comment section below. What would you do differently if this was your property? The next thing that needs to be done are adding the bathrooms and fixtures, the shutters for the facade, and repainting the cabinets. I also have to make some decorative changes and stage the house for future guests. My hopes was to get this done by this summer, but my obligations for the summer have changed, so maybe next summer my home's will be open and ready for listing on Airbnb. In the next Italy update, I'll be walking you through my other project and show you how that one is coming along. As promised, what you need to do if you want to get one of these cheap properties, here are the steps. Step 1, shoot me an email at karl@solsupier.com. Let me know your budget and tell me why you're getting a place in Sicily. Step 2 is I'll introduce you to the team that I worked with. They'll show you the inventory that's available and arrange walkthroughs. Step 3, once you found the property, just reach out to me again so I can give you some pointers on how you should approach everything from the purchase, managing renovations, and everything else that comes along with this. So until the next one, ciao Bella.